crazy, right?
I'm a proper bloke, so.
Go, Judge!
Pressure's on Kelly.
Oh my god, I've left it all side.
Oh, he's draining as well.
I've left it all side. This is still a slippery pup, bro. Don't even get yourself twisted here.
I am Jack. I suppose you could class me as Josh's friend more than anything. I help Josh with a lot of his commercial agreements and just trying to make his life a little bit easier in terms of like his sponsors in fight week and stuff like that.
So he's
Bro.
left himself a long putt though, bro.
How did that stop like that?
It changes day to day. Josh has to obviously do different things. So some days he has to weigh in, some days you have press conferences, some days you have public workouts. So every day is slightly varied. It is a hell of a lot of downtime. And I feel quite sorry for him for that because it can be really boring.
You better not beat me on the hole.
It was a tricky hole, you know, bro. Dead water all over. Oi, oi. That is a top, you know. What size is that?
It's a medium, bro.
It looks small, doesn't it?
A medium. Kai, can we stand in front of the wall and get a couple of snaps, please?
I might just look small because you're holding it.
Are you doing a, what we said about doing the public workout in it?
Be gangster trying to play hard.
It's gonna fucking piss down.
I'm just strong, bro. I'm doing endless amount of rounds in the gym and it's really good, you know, really good. I can't swear in this, can I swear? Especially I'm fucking feeling good, lad.
It's a grueling life. It's not always cameras and, you know, the great life type of thing. It's grueling behind the scenes.
His mental health he's a different person. I remember being in A&E somewhere near Wembley with him and Remy. Taking his wife to the hospital was horrible. Especially Josh's first loss. On that night I saw someone who wasn't him, wasn't Josh is theoretic that Josh has grown up a boxer, so boxing since he was a kid, it's just boxing, that's all it's ever been.
So psychologically he had to get himself right. He's got people on board who's helped him in that way. Just mental strength, what a lot of top athletes are talking about now, i.e. Tyson Fury and things like that.
He's in complete control of every situation now, Josh, where I think he was being directed by his own doubts and his own anxiety and his own thoughts were what were pulling him down. Now it's not if, it's when, it's not how, it's done. So I think Stephen Green's played an unbelievable part in the shift of Josh's mindset.
I didn't think he was going to have the impact what he had, but what he's doing for me is monumental. I mean, it's like he's an anchor for everything I need when I'm fighting him, when I'm training and different things. And things resonate when he says things. They're solid. They sit there in my mind, and I know I know what he says. He means full-heartedly, and I know it holds a lot of weight. So you can go through this sport knowing you're good, and sort of getting by thinking this, thinking that, but when you actually believe it, it becomes 10 times. You become 10 times stronger in every aspect of your game. Like I've leveled up since I've been. We've only been working together less than a year. Do you know what I mean? Like half a year maybe. Just levels have went different. My performance Saturday is going to be electric. I'm feeling the best I've ever felt in my career. Consistently in the gym, consistently keeping on it. It's going to be such a sharp performance, and this guy now is going to realise that he's really swimming with the sharks. He's come over a long journey, and listen, it's not going to be a nice one for this guy.
So when it comes to making weight, there's basically two main phases. So there's a chronic phase, so this is your long-term fat loss phase, and then you've got your acute strategies. So this is your short-term phases, known as your strategies you do on fight week itself. So this week has very much been a case of making sure he starts no more than 5% off his target weight, bring the weight down nice and gradually, and then after weigh-in, make sure he's fully replenished and rehydrated within a space of a 30-36 hour period to ensure that his physical mental performance is where it needs to be on fight night itself. So there's going to be a large element of carbohydrates, or shall we say a large focus on carbohydrates, large focus on hydration, because they're the two most important things to optimizing high intensity based performances. And then there's a few supplementation protocols we'll use in there as well, just to make sure he's mentally and physically sharp. The biggest mistake I see boxers make when it comes to fight week itself is trying to do too much in the last week. Trying to beat the scales instead of trying to beat the opponent. So essentially they're trying to do too much with weight loss in the last week, and that's going to be very detrimental to performance, and in some cases can be very detrimental to health as well. So essentially that is the biggest mistake I see a lot of fighters make.
Let's go, baby. Okay, where the fucking seeds ready to test or whatever it is up there. Come back. Where's the card key? The key?
What's that?
The kit. Grab the kit.
Nice that, man.
Suits you.
Right,
Gotta be flattering.
solid. Energy solid. I know what in this fucking gets me to get fucked up.
You can't manage this, can't break this bar funded, Gotta keep my distance when you not 100, Those the same ones say they love you, man, they funny, You can't match my energy, and yeah, you know it,
I just think it's Josh getting into Josh space, and you see it in his eyes. It becomes very translucent, very focused. Doesn't need to talk if he needs to. Doesn't need to talk. Takes control of the situation just from his body language and his the vibe, the body volume he lets off.
Training is 90% physical and fighting is 90% mental. Ever since Josh walked into the gym, physically and technically, he already had pretty much what he needed. It was about just refining it and understanding it. Mentally, the growth that he has had since working with Steve has been that 90%.
Go, Josh! Go on, Josh! Right one, Josh!
even from athletes down to normal kids walking the street, talking is the way forward. If you're talking to people, then you know it progressively gets better. That's when you bottle it up and you don't talk to people.
Josh will be a world champion. Josh will create a legacy for his children through his hard work, his desire to box, his passion to be where he is.
Where do you see him going in the future?
World champion. Yeah, 100%.
And I think at 154, he's just an animal. He's just an absolute animal. And he's only going to get better.